Ever wondered about our planet, Earth? Today, we are going to get some information about this wonderful planet. Here, we can see the continents and oceans on the planet. Look here, we can observe these imaginary lines on the Earth's surface. Here, the horizontal lines are called latitudes, while the vertical lines are called longitudes. Latitude and longitude are measured in degrees. These imaginary lines help us determine the location of places on the Earth. First, we will learn about the latitude lines. One of the most significant latitude lines is the equator, which is located at 0 degrees and runs around the center of the Earth. The Earth has two poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. Well, latitude ranges from 0 degrees at the equator to 90 degrees towards the North Pole. And 0 degrees at the equator to 90 degrees towards the South Pole, dividing Earth into two hemispheres. As latitude increases towards the North Pole, it forms the Northern Hemisphere, where all latitudes are denoted with the suffix N to indicate their position north of the equator. Similarly, as latitude increases towards the South Pole, it forms the Southern Hemisphere, with latitude suffixed as S to indicate their position south of the equator. Now, we will explore the other imaginary line on our planet. Here, we can see the Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer is an imaginary horizontal line located above the equator. Its latitude is expressed as 23.5 degrees north. In contrast, we have the Tropic of Capricorn, which lies below the equator at around 23.5 degrees south. Likewise, the Arctic Circle is another imaginary line located above the equator and closer to the North Pole. Its latitude is 66.5 degrees north. Similarly, the Antarctic Circle is an imaginary line situated below the equator and closer to the South Pole. Its latitude is 66.5 degrees south. Now, let's explore the different heat zones on Earth. Here, we can see the torrid zone, also referred to as the tropical zone. It is situated near the equator, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The torrid zone typically has hot and humid weather, with high temperatures continuing throughout the year. Next, move on to the wonderful temperate zones. This zone is known as the North Temperate Zone in the Northern Hemisphere and stretches between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. In the Southern Hemisphere, it is called the South Temperate Zone and extends between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. The temperate zones generally have milder temperatures compared to the torrid zone. These zones have clear seasonal variations, with warm summers and cool winters. Here, we have the frigid zones, which are situated near the poles. In the Northern Hemisphere, the frigid zone extends from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole, while in the Southern Hemisphere, it stretches from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. The frigid zones are known for their extremely cold temperatures. Now, let's shift our focus to another important aspect, longitude. Longitudes are vertical lines that run from the North Pole to the South Pole, which help us determine the east-west position of any location on Earth. A significant line of longitude is a prime meridian, located at 0 degrees. Longitudes extend from 0 to 180 degrees in the eastward direction from the prime meridian known as the Eastern Hemisphere. Similarly, they also range from 0 degrees to 180 degrees in the westward direction from the prime meridian known as the Western Hemisphere. To indicate the longitude of a place, we use the suffix E for locations to the east of the prime meridian and the suffix W for locations to the west of the prime meridian. Now, let's take a look at the two-dimensional map of the world. Here, we can observe the prime meridian. It is the reference line for measuring longitudes and plays a significant role in global positioning. The prime meridian passes through Greenwich, London. Where the British Royal Observatory is located. This observatory serves as the reference point for establishing a global time standard known as GMT or Greenwich Mean Time. GMT is a globally recognized time standard which is based on the mean solar time at the prime meridian. Using GMT as our reference, we can calculate the time difference between Greenwich and any other location. For example, let's consider India, which is located at approximately 82.5 degrees east longitude. Before calculating the time difference, we need to consider that the Earth completes a full rotation of 360 degrees in approximately 24 hours. If we divide 360 degrees by 24 hours, we get 15 degrees per hour. This means that the Earth rotates approximately 15 degrees per hour. 15 degrees per hour divided by 60 minutes equals 0.25 degrees per minute. So, we can say that the Earth rotates at an average rate of 1 degree every 4 minutes. Therefore, 82.5 degrees is multiplied by 4 minutes. The answer is 330 minutes. Now, we will convert 330 minutes into hours and minutes. Dividing 330 minutes by 60 minutes, we get 5 hours and 30 minutes. Therefore, when it is 12 p.m. in Greenwich, the time in India will be approximately 5:30 p.m. The time difference between Greenwich and specific locations varies due to different time zones worldwide. Each region has its own unique time difference compared to Greenwich. So, in this activity, we have learned about the remarkable features of our planet, Earth. We have discovered imaginary lines called latitudes and longitudes that help us understand our world better.